Married reached a new low today, 6 metres underwater in fact, with deadly sharks and sea creatures sharing the limelight. Ross Thompson was among the guests.
It was anything but a traditional ceremony when 45-year-old vet Rex Neal exchanged vows with his former nurse, 28-year-old Sally Worrell, in the SeaWorld Aquarium last night. The two diving fanatics had 200 friends, paying $15 a head each, join them for the half-hour ceremony that had a touch of showbiz about it. The best man wore a snappy little bow tie with his diving suit. Rex arrived at the glass bowl altar wearing the old-style diving helmet with a radio microphone inside. Then in drove the bride on an underwater scooter with her bridesmaid clinging to her ankles. The married celebrant, Rob King, chose a snappy little snapper as his tie. The ceremony was unusual to say the least. Grey nurse sharks cruised by. A stingray showed off its wedding waltz, and to show their appreciation, the audience even applauded the exchange of vows. Rex was able to relay his responses through the helmet to the speakers outside. But the effervescent and fun-loving Sally had pre-recorded hers so she could concentrate on keeping her feet firmly on the ground. And sealing their vows with an underwater kiss didn't pose a problem for the happy couple. That's what they did when Rex proposed during one of their many diving expeditions since they first met 8 years ago. And late today, they did it all again in a Surfers Paradise church, just to keep the family traditionalists happy. On the Gold Coast, Ross Thompson, 7 National News.
Our next story should dispel any lingering doubts you may have had that Queenslanders are just a trifle different. In the season of spectacular weddings, 2 ceremonies that make the royal nuptials look like a quiet affair.
This relationship runs deep. 2 diving instructors took the plunge, literally, in the shark tank at SeaWorld on the Gold Coast last night. The bride wore a sequined white wetsuit, the groom a deep-sea diving costume, and the impatient best man a rubber bow tie. Sally Worrell and Rex Neal say they've spent their happiest moments underwater, including the marriage proposal, several kilometres off Tweed Heads. 400 guests, including some menacing ushers, heard the magic words. Meanwhile, guests came from as far away as Sydney and Cairns to witness the bizarre wedding of Sunshine Coast crane driver Harry Jarlin to his beloved Mildred, a Kawasaki 1300 motorbike. As the groom, wearing traditional denim and leather, waited nervously, the bride arrived looking a picture, resplendent with lace horseshoe and pink mosquito net veil.
Hi Harry, take thee Mildred.
To be my wedded scooter.
To be my wedded scooter.
To have and to hold from this day forth.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
To maintain in accordance with Daimler's ordinance and the Kawasaki Workshop Manual.
Harry chose a plain yellow gold wedding band. For Mildred, a simple but elegant O-ring from the engine of...
A group of Brisbane musicians claims most Australians don't know our national song, and they've taken some unusual steps to right that wrong.
It's this very uncertainty over exactly what our national anthem says that's made the unthinkable possible.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We have golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is girt by sea.
Concerned that the lyrics and their meaning are being ignored, a couple of Brisbane musicians, Grant Gillespie and Ian Graham, created a rather more modern score.
Rap is a widely exposed, easily understood vehicle for people to communicate these days. That was the main thing that we wanted to do, to make the words stick out as cleanly and precisely as possible, and to make sure that it was fun learning the words too.
For lead singer of the Emus, Bryn Orr, the hardest part was seeing the American innovation with an Australian accent. After getting the twang right, he's declared the project a hit in the making.
My little brother performed it at his primary school, and all the kids there were congratulating him on it and saying how great it was, and a lot of them learnt the words through him doing that.
And the verdict on the new version out there on the streets?
Yeah, it'd be better than the old one.
I reckon it's a pretty good idea.
It's got more rap and all that, and the original one's pretty boring.
Although yet to clinch a recording deal, the Emus are convinced the song has the potential to take our anthem to #1.
In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair.